The expansion of this Biovac end-to-end vaccine manufacturing facility sends a powerful message to the world. It also reflects growing confidence in South Africa's industrial base, our innovative capabilities, and our long-term economic potential. We also agree that the COVID-19 health and economic pandemic indeed exposed structural inequalities in global vaccine production and access. At the height of the COVID-19 crisis, many African countries found themselves at the back of the queue despite urgent public health needs. One of the clearest lessons from their experience is that Africa must build stronger regional pharmaceutical, medical device, in-device validation, diagnostic and vaccine manufacturing capabilities to ensure greater health security, resilience, and self-reliance. In spite of our challenges and high import dependence, South Africa has both the capability and the responsibility to play a leading role in this continental effort. Colleagues, this Biovac expansion project directly advances our broader industrialization agenda by deepening local pharmaceutical manufacturing, expanding advanced production capabilities, supporting technology transfer, strengthening innovation ecosystems, and creating highly skilled employment opportunities. Importantly, this investment aligns strongly with the AU's aspirations for health sovereignty, the Partnership for African Vaccine Manufacturing Initiative, and the Africa Continental Free Trade area's objective of building regional value chains and strategic industrial capability across the continent. At its core, this project demonstrates the critical link between industrial development and public health security. Vaccine manufacturing is a strategic national capability that strengthens resilience, supports healthcare systems, drives technological advancement, and enables countries to respond more effectively to future global health challenges. Notably, this broader vision was recently reinforced by our Minister of Health during the World Health Assembly 2026 Roundtable on Regional Manufacture of lenacapavir for sustainable scale-up and market coordination, where South Africa emphasized the importance of equitable access to critical healthcare technologies, sustainable localization, technology transfer, and strengthening manufacturing capability on the African continent. Therefore, projects such as the Biovac expansion represent an important contribution towards advancing both national and continental health sovereignty objectives. Similarly, government views the pharmaceutical and vaccine manufacturing sector as one of the key strategic industries required to support long-term inclusive growth, economic transformation, and industrial upgrading. This is evidenced in the recent approval of the National Industrial Development Strategy by Cabinet, which prioritizes health and health sovereignty as an area requiring coordinated action and support. Ladies and gentlemen, the DTIC has enjoyed a long-standing strategic partnership with Biovac as part of government's broader commitment to localization, industrialization, and healthcare resilience. Over many years, the DTIC has worked closely with Biovac to support the growth of local vaccine manufacturing capacity through industrial financing support, investment facilitation, policy coordination, and sector development initiatives. This partnership has always been guided by our shared strategic vision, which is to position South Africa as a leading pharmaceutical and biotechnology manufacturing hub for the African continent. Biovac has consistently demonstrated the value of patient long-term industrial investment. From its establishment as a public-private partnership to its current expansion into end-to-end vaccine manufacturing capability, Biovac represents the kind of strategic industrial champion that South Africa must continue to support and scale. We remain committed to creating an enabling environment for advanced manufacturing industries through localization measures, investment support, skills development, innovation incentives, and stronger public-private partnerships. Here, we also want to welcome the strong partnership that demonstrated by the various entities that were acknowledged by the CEO, and this includes the EIB, the IFC, Proparco, the IDC in South Africa, and the European Commission. We also acknowledge the impact of Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, the African Vaccine Manufacturing Accelerator, and other partners. I'm informed that it is expected that Biovac will be a primary beneficiary of this catalytic funding. And as such, this has supported the conclusion of funding that we are acknowledging here today. Your support reflects confidence not only in Biovac as an institution, but also in South Africa's broader economic trajectory and industrial potential. These partnerships demonstrate what becomes possible when governments, DFIs, and the private sector align around a shared developmental vision. We also recognize the important contribution of the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, the National Department of Health, regulators, research institutions, scientists, and the broader healthcare ecosystem that has helped create the foundation upon which investments such as this can succeed. The new facility will support high-quality, skilled employment, strengthen local supply industries, expand research and development capabilities, and enhance South Africa's competitiveness within the global biotechnology and pharmaceutical sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, as government, we remain committed to strengthening the investment climate, supporting industrial financing, encouraging innovation, deepening localization, and building globally competitive manufacturing capabilities that position South Africa higher up the value chain of the global economy. Let me once again congratulate Biovac and all funding partners on reaching this important milestone. This project represents resilience, innovation, partnerships, and a shared commitment to building African capability for African needs. Together, we're laying the foundation for a more resilient, industrialized, and self-reliant Africa, one that is able not only to respond to future health challenges, but that is shaping the future of global healthcare manufacturing itself. Thank you very much.